Hey there, my fellow reptiles. In today's HostGator tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up WordPress, manage the HostGator dashboard, and take full advantage of the free tools available here. By the end, you'll know exactly how to install WordPress and tame this gator. My very first tip is how to get HostGator plans at the lowest price. If you already have a subscription, feel free to use timestamps to jump ahead in the video. For everyone else, the most important step is to use discount links or promo codes. Like the one from us, you can find it in the description or by simply scanning the QR code. Almost every hosting provider offers discounted rates, so it's smart to avoid paying full price for any plan. Take advantage of these deals and consider going for a higher tier plan. You'll get more value without overspending. Alright, talking about plans, I always suggest going with the cheapest option unless you already know what your project actually needs. This hatchling plan allows you to host 10 websites, though storage space is relatively limited to 10 gigabytes. It also features a free domain name and free SSL, so it's a great starting point. Once you go to checkout, you can grab a domain name immediately or use these options later. Just make sure you tick or untick domain privacy when buying a domain. The feature hides your registration data from the web, protecting you from spam and other nonsense. Good thing, but keep in mind that it costs extra. Moving on. There are no upsells, so all you need to do is choose your billing period based on your budget and pay up. Just keep in mind HostGator only allows payment with a credit card or PayPal. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, but I always get a laugh when comparing hosting providers' plans. Most have names like Startup, Core, or Premium that sound professional and fitting for serious projects. Then you get to HostGator with options like the Baby or Hatchling plan, which don't exactly inspire confidence for serious ventures, you know? After this, you'll need to confirm your email address and log in. Great, now you should see HostGator's dashboard. The main interface is really user-friendly with clean navigation, making it easy to set up your website, even if you're a beginner. For new users, there's an initial onboarding process where you'll answer a few basic questions. I won't get into all the details here, but if you've already done that, click Websites and create a new website. How to install WordPress on HostGator? It's really simple. Just type in your site's name and select the domain you just registered. If you don't have a domain or don't want to use one yet, HostGator allows you to grab a subdomain that looks like this. Alright, give it a few moments to install it, and now click Edit Site to start the cold-blooded fun. Listen, if HostGator makes puns of their hosting plans, I can make a few too. Okay? Okay. If you've seen HostGator before, it no longer uses the old control panel, for the most part. So the times of learning how to install WordPress in cPanel are over. Alright, we should now go through HostGator onboarding. If you want to jump straight to the WordPress dashboard, then you can skip this setup by clicking here. And the rest of us, let's go through it together. First, choose your experience level. We'll go with never used it. Then we'll select what type of website we're building. This isn't a super important step, so you can pick what's sort of related to your goal. Next, fill in the basic info of your site, title and description, and don't forget the social media accounts here. I like that you can add your accounts at the start without going through extra setups or plugins. Your site should also have a logo, and if you already have one made, simply upload it here. If you don't have a logo and don't want to hire a professional designer, then I left 2 links for free AI logo makers. Try them out. You might come up with something half decent. When you click next, you'll have to choose one of 3 life paths. You can either be the gator that writes, the gator that sells, or the gator that does magic with web designs. How different are these approaches? Well, I tried the design one and the publishing one, and there's no difference. All 3 options lead to the style editor, where you need to go through another setup. This time we can pick from the website structure. There are not a lot of choices here, to be fair, but you should find something that matches your vibe. This is just a structure, so don't overthink it since you can mess with it later on. Next, you can customize fonts or colors by clicking this button. If you're fine with the overall design, we can move on to select the homepage menu. Next, choose one of 3 homepage layouts, and then select from a few pages HostGator offers. Lastly, I suggest leaving only SEO and Jetpack plugins and letting HostGator finish its job while you grab yourself a nice cup of swamp tea. Or whatever alligators drink. So yeah, the good thing about HostGator is that the setup is relatively straightforward. offering just a few options and not overwhelming you with questions or extras you don't need. But for a beginner, those non-design decisions can look more important than they are, since no matter what, you'll arrive at the same HostGator dashboard. Before we go any further, let's cover some quick troubleshooting. If you've worked with WordPress before, you might be wondering, did we create a user for this new site? Well, yes and no. HostGator's WordPress install automatically sets up a user with default settings. That's not bad because HostGator lets you auto-connect to the admin dashboard with one click. But I would absolutely recommend changing the password by going to edit your website and users. Then save the new password somewhere, like a good password manager. The reason for this is simple. If at any time something happens to HostGator, you want to have outside access to your website. Also, when you create a website for the first time and try to access it, you might not be able to, due to SSL misconfigurations showing you this screen. Don't worry, you don't need to do anything on your part. Just wait a bit for everything to connect through the World Wide Web. From here, you have access to a built-in knowledge base where you can enter keywords like change theme to get help. If the coming soon option is enabled, your site status will appear in red at the top. It's a handy feature, and when you're ready to launch, you can quickly turn it off. HostGator includes a caching plugin to enhance your site's performance by temporarily storing content. You can adjust the settings based on how frequently your content changes and clear the cache when necessary. If you want to test new features without impacting your live site, HostGator provides a staging environment. This lets you create a duplicate of your WordPress site in the HostGator dashboard for testing. Once you're happy with the changes, you can easily push them live. It's a great way to prevent downtime or glitches on your live site. At the bottom, there are shortcuts to help manage both HostGator and WordPress much more quickly. These include creating pages or posts and jumping back to HostGator's dashboard specific settings like performance or emails. So, that was all the HostGator steps of this tutorial. The following can be applied to any WordPress website hosted on any provider. Well, maybe not that one shady Russian guy that offers you dedicated server hosting for a sneeze and a firm handshake. First, let's create and edit pages in WordPress. Start by clicking Add New Pages, which will take you to the WordPress editor. You can type text directly, or for more complex elements, click the plus button. For example, you can upload an image from your computer or embed a YouTube video using the YouTube block. When you're satisfied with your page, click Publish or Update to make it live. To preview how it'll appear to visitors, click the Preview button. You can also upload media directly to the library by using either the File Explorer or drag and drop. HostGator supports uploads up to 512 megabytes, but be sure to optimize large files. I'll include a link in the description to a tool I use for image optimization, because really, you don't want to upload large images that just waste your bandwidth. Lastly, while not essential, I strongly recommend connecting your social media accounts via a Jetpack account. Jetpack provides spam protection and boosts your site's performance, and the basic version is free. Once set up, you'll see analytics and security tools on your dashboard. I also suggest enabling the Akismet tool for extra spam protection. Believe me, you don't want to be online without it. I won't go too much into WordPress editing, and we have a few videos on our channel that expand on it, so go subscribe and check them out. Before we sum this up, remember to always use the discount or promo code when buying any hosting provider. HostGator is no exception. I've left our best deals in the description or as a QR code on the screen right now. You can even share them with friends if you feel like a fancy pantser. Alright, that was all for this HostGator tutorial or overview. It's definitely not a difficult provider to manage. You've seen that. It has some areas for improvement like missing integrated AI tools and the dashboard feeling slow at times. But I guarantee you that you'll be able to host this Gator. Okay, that was my last stupid pun. So thanks for watching my HostGator WordPress tutorial until the end. If you like the content like this, why not subscribe or even like the video? If you have any questions or need help with something else, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to answer as many of them as possible. That's all I have time for. I'll see you all next time. Peace.